What is up, guys? EliteFourDan coming at you with yet another episode of the EliteFourCrew PokéTuber Championship. We have got the third quarter of the first round matches. First up is, we've got 4 matches for you this video, guys. No dropouts in this quarter, so I'm going to try and steam through them, not as quickly as I can, but as efficiently as I can, so we can get through them all and have a great time. Anyway, this match is Glowl, who's actually featured on Leaking Nappy's channel, if you didn't already know, against EliteFourDan R, some scrub off the streets. So looking at the teams, Glowl brings the Mega Manectric, the Tangrowth, the Tyranitar, the Thunderous Therian, the Excadrill, the Volcanion, and EliteFourDan R brings the Rotom Wash, the Tangrowth, the Landorus Therian, the Heatran, the Metagross, and the Dragonite. So without any further ado, let's have a look. Leads off with the Excadrill Glowl, and Dan leads myself. I lead off with the Landorus. I go for an Earthquake straight away because I'm Scarf Landorus, so I take out that Excadrill straight up, and that is a huge problem. Gone immediately. Here comes Vinegar, the Tangrowth, and as I bring out the Heatran, he puts it to sleep, unfortunately. Lands the Sleep Powder. I switch out. I kind of accept that the Heatran's going to be asleep for the whole game. As a knockoff comes in, the Mega Metagross does nothing because I've got the Mega Stone. Okay, you can't knock that off. The Zen Headbutt does 42%. I take some Rocky Helmet damage, which isn't ideal. The Hidden Power comes in, gets a crit, almost takes out my Mega Metagross. As I go for a Zen Headbutt, I'm happy to let my Metagross go down here. Looking at the rest of his team, it doesn't really do too much. I didn't have Ice Punch or anything on it. So yeah, Landorus comes in, gets the U-turn off, takes a bit of Rocky Helmet damage, but we still don't. I think he must know that I'm Scarfed at this point, so I'm not really too bothered. As I let the Rotom come out, as he goes out into the Tornadus, switches out into the Volcanion. As I go for a Volt Switch, super effective, 74% damage. Really happy about that because again, the Volcanion is a massive threat. As I bring out my Landorus, and I'm free to just go for a knockoff and take out the Volcanion. Knocks off his Mystic Water. Interesting hold item. Grimlock, the Tyranitar, comes out now. As I switch out to Rotom, take this Stone Edge, 49%, not bad at all. Take a bit of Sandstorm damage for leftovers, recovers it right back up. Crunch comes in, 41%, as I go for a Hydro Pump to almost take out the Tyranitar, 76%. And the Rotom is going to go down here to this. Oh no, I just had to preserve it for some reason. Superpower comes in, does 19%. I'm Rocky Helmet, so I do a little bit of damage on the Tyranitar. Maybe that's why I decided to preserve it. Maybe I thought about the Rocky Helmet on the Tangrowth. Pursuit comes in, I don't know why he thought I'd switch out. A Grass Knot, and that's the Tyranitar gone. Leaving him with just the Mega Manectric and the Tornadus. Probably the Tornadus coming out here now. Yeah, the Tornadus comes out. I switch out back into my Rotom Wash just to kind of take this. As he misses the Hurricane, and I am free. I don't know. I think he outspeeds me. Yeah, goes for U-turn, just takes out my Rotom. That's fine. So I know that the Mega Manectric's coming out now, and I've already planned for this. As I let my Landorus come out now, and do I just go for an Earthquake? He Mega Evolves. Gets the Intimidate off. I go for a U-turn. Critical hit, 54%. That matters. And I go back out into my Tangrowth, and he goes for a Hidden Power Ice, which does do a lot of damage to my Tangrowth, and the Flamethrower comes in and takes it out. But at this point, I can just go straight back out into the Landorus and go for an Earthquake, I assume. And I go for another U-turn. I don't know why I've just gone for another U-turn. And I bring out my Heatran, which is asleep. As he goes for a Volt Switch, 46%, another crit, as he brings out his Tornadus. And it goes for a Hurricane, it's resisted. I'm fine taking those all day long until I wake up. But I think at this point I'm just waiting for a safe switch in. I'm happy to just let him attack my Heatran at this point. As he continues to do so until I wake up. And I get the Hidden Power Ice. There's 32%. He tries to U-turn out of there. As I think I go for a Lava Plume here. Or I might just go for Hidden Power Ice. He's got Hidden Power Ice. He's got no HP left, so the Manectric, I'm happy for that to go down. As the Tornadus comes back in with its Regenerator, goes for a Hurricane, does take me out. 2-on-1 here. I know I've got the Landorus and I've got Knockoff. Gets rid of the Assault Vest. Not that matters really. He's just going for U-turns now. He's just going for U-turns. Heat Wave does 32%, but another knockoff takes him out. And that's what happens. We do get a crit, doesn't matter. But yeah, that's that. So that put us into the second round. I'm just going to pause quickly whilst I have a drink. Okay, and anyway, we're back. So moving onwards, guys, we've got Toby Pyre against Shoobs. So moving into the second round. Looking at the teams, Toby Pyre brings the Cobalion, the Charizard, the Excadrill, the Slowbro, the Venusaur, and the Tyranitar. Shoobs brings the Gengar, the Ferrothorn, the Starmie, the Landorus Therian, the Dragonite, and the Rotom Wash. Oh. Anyway, he Mega Evolves straight into the Charizard Y and goes for a Solar Beam. That is going to take out. Oh, that's a crit. It does 71%. It's a defensive Landorus then. Fair enough. Goes for another Solar Beam and just takes out the Landorus without any problems at all. Washy comes out, he goes for another Solar Beam, that's just going to take it out as well. It's 95%, just about lives. Goes for a Hydro Pump in the sun, it's going to do nothing. Solar Beam again, takes out the Rotom Wash, unfortunately for him. As the Starmie comes in, goes for a Thunder Wave. Another Solar Beam coming in here, is this going to take it out? It does. The Charizard Y is just completely wrecking Shoobs' team. Spooky comes in, Focus Blast, resisted 28%, that is not ideal. Life Orb, Flamethrower in the sun, 91%, it's not even in the sun anymore. As the Dragonite comes out, Extreme Speed, Critical Hit, does take out the Charizard Y eventually, thank God for that. The Cobalion comes out now, obviously the Dragonite can't do much to hit. Hidden Power Ice doesn't do a lot to the Ferrothorn either. Close Combat, however, does 60%. Takes some Iron Barbs damage, but that's not a problem for the Cobalion. Gets a Leech Seed off, but another Close Combat here will take out the Ferrothorn. No problems. Oh. And there it goes. Cobalion's in now as the Dragonite just comes out. I think it's just going to go for Hidden Power Ice. 26% with Multi-Scale. Fire Punch is super effective and it gets a crit. Takes out the Cobalion as the Excadrill comes out now and is free to just go for a Rock Slide. It doesn't quite take out the Dragonite, gets the flinch, so that is unfortunate for Shoobs. And the Rock Slide finishes it off for Toby Pyre. It's a nice and quick one there. Well done Toby Pyre on that victory, which puts him in the second round against myself. Moving on, we've got Alex GT against Hybrid Sin HD. They say, hello, good luck, good game, have fun, good luck, have fun, whatever. Alex GTE decides to bring the Dragonite, the Ferrothorn, the Aerodactyl, the Goodra, the Crocodile, and the Surviper. As Hybrid goes for the Talonflame, the Raikou, the Altaria, the Ferrothorn, the Slowbro, and the Landorus Therian. So let's play this match and see how this goes. Alex GT leads off with the Ferrothorn as the Landorus comes out for Hybrid. Earthquake comes in from the Landorus, 44% as Alex gets his Stealth Drops up. Another Earthquake comes in, almost taking out, and the Explosion comes out from the Ferrothorn. Very interesting strategy there. The Landorus switches out as the Ferrothorn comes in for Hybrid. And Dragonite starts Dragon Dancing up straight away. He doesn't care. Fire Punch almost takes out the Ferrothorn as it takes Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet damage. Gets a Leech Seed off as well. Doesn't really matter. Goes for a Protect just to get that more Leech Seed damage off on this Dragonite. It's leftovers though, which is interesting. It switches out into the Slowbro. Let's take this Fire Punch and again get more leftovers damage. Really, really good strategy from Hybrid here. The Dragon Claw comes in. It's a +1 Dragonite, so nothing to be sniffed at, but it gets a Toxic off this Slowbro, and the Leech Seed as well. It's just taking damage off this thing. It's happy to sit here and take Dragon Claws, and it can start setting up its Carmines now. It can start Carmined and slacking off. It's getting Leech Seed damage as well. The Dragonite it just can't break through the Slowbro. It's just sitting there setting up its Carmines. Just doesn't care. It really doesn't care. Leech Seed damage, Toxic, takes out the Dragonite, and he goes out into the Goobert, the Goodra. Goes for a Power Whip, which takes out the Slowbro, so gets rid of all of those Carmines that he's been setting up. As the Altaria comes out, going to Mega Evolve, yep. As he switches out into the Surviper and sets up a Dragon Dance, the Altaria. Earthquake, super effective, 100%. Jesus Christ. See you later, Surviper. Aerodactyl Peter, he's pink, comes in as the Raikou comes out to match it. And it goes for an Aerial Ace, 27%. The Raikou takes a fucking Rock Slide, goes for Hidden Power Ice, I assume, and doesn't quite take out. I say doesn't quite, barely scratches the Omega Aerodactyl. Landorus comes back out and doubles out into the Ferrothorn here. Expecting a Rock Slide, resists 9%, and as the Aerial Ace comes in again, takes out the Ferrothorn. But it's that Iron Barbs and Rocky Helmet damage coming through for everyone that we've seen so far. Landorus comes in with a Stone Edge, takes out the Mega Aerodactyl as the Crocodile comes in. The Talonflame comes out. Dex Crunch lives on 6%. Is happy to go for a Will-O-Wisp just to cripple this Crocodile here. Landorus comes out now. Gets rid of that Moxie boost that the Crocodile just took. Gets a U-turn in 60%. Rocky Helmet with Crocodile. Interesting. And goes back out into the Mega Altaria. Takes that Crunch like a fucking champion. Takes it a little defense drop. Not that it matters. Goes for a Brick Break, resisted 11%, no problems there. A return, pixelated return, and as the Goobert comes in, gonna roost up first. Smart, body standards 55%. Just the pixelated return is enough to take out the Goobert and end things, and that puts Hybrid into the second round. Let's find out who he will be facing. The final match of the what's the fucking word? The quadrant. Love it. Is Dan of all lads, Daniki, against EliteFour Tom, our very own. Looking at the teams before we go any further, let's have a look at. We haven't really even been recording for long. I'm scared that I fucked something up. Anyway, Daniki, his team. He decides to bring the Tornadus Therian, the Blastoise, the Raikou, the Talonflame, the Caesar, and the Fable. And EliteFour Tom decides to bring the Sableye, the Smeargle, the Kieran Black, the Landorus Therian, the Jirachi, and the Volcanion. So, let's see how they got on. Dan of all lads leads with the Tornadus as it goes for a Hurricane against Tom's Smeargle as it puts the Tornadus to sleep. Interesting strategy from Tom. Starts checking up a Trick Room and begins Calm Minding. And Baton passes into the Volcanion with an Air Balloon. The Tornadus is still fast asleep all through this. The Talonflame comes out, gets hit with an Earth Power, or it doesn't because it's flying. Brave Bird comes in, crit 59%, pops the Air Balloon as the Volcanion goes for a Steam Eruption, takes out the Talonflame and gets the first kill of the game as the Trick Room comes to an end. Still sitting here with this Calm Mind setup on this Poe. Dark Pass from the Blastoise, doesn't quite take it out. Sludge comes in, only 44%. Nothing to be sniffed at. Decides to switch out and sends in Dipsy. It's an interesting switch in as he goes for Dark Pulse, takes 44%. Probably more than he would have wanted it to, Tom. But anyway, the Caesar comes out now as he goes for a Fusion Bolt. Gets a crit, 63%, not bad. Takes a bit of life orb damage there as well for the Kieran. Fusion Bolt comes in again and doesn't quite take out the Caesar, and that is huge. He just roosts off that damage. He just doesn't care. He doesn't give a fuck. Bullet Punch takes out the Kieran. So baby son. Oh my god, the Jirachi comes out, sets up the Stealth Rocks. The Caesar U-turns the fuck out of there. Goes back and brings out the Raikage. Raikage. I don't know. Raikage, I don't know. I think it's Raikage, but I don't know. Thunderbolt comes in, does 40%. Iron Head from the Jirachi. The Raikou outspeed, so it's really no issue for him of being flinched to death. As the Caesar comes in, as the Landorus comes in now. Goes for a Stone Edge, does 49%. Defog comes in, gets rid of those Stealth Rocks. Tom decides to bring out Tinky Winky, the Sableye, as the Mega Blastoise comes out. Mega evolves the Mega Sableye and takes this Scald, 33%, not bad at all, and starts Calm Minding. Okay. He starts Calm Minding as Daniki brings out the Fable. Shadow Ball comes in, 37%. Nothing to really worry about. The Sableye should switch out here, but doesn't. The Fable's setting up Calm Minds as Tinky Winky goes for a recover. Hits him with a Flamethrower, only 14%. And it starts setting up more Calm Minds to Sableye. This is an interesting strategy. Very interesting. And they're both just Calm Minding. Oh god. Yeah. Tom is This is where Tom fucks up. Tom is letting this Clefable set up, goes for a Will-O-Wisp, obviously not knowing that Clefable gets Wonder Guard. Or Magic Guard, sorry. And now the Clefable's actually ahead of it. Gets the special defense drop there, the Mega Sableye. But it really doesn't matter, because the Moonblast's going to come in a minute and just destroy this thing. They're both just setting up Calm Minds. Calm Minds galore, goes up to +6. Tom's on +5. Moonblast comes in, 56%, more than he can recover off, goes for another Calm Mind, and that's it unfortunately for Tom. That's it unfortunately. Moonblast, super effective, takes out the Mega Sableye, and now I don't know what's going to be able to touch this thing. Brings out the Jirachi, Iron Head, can probably go for flinches. Yeah, gets the flinch, 41%. Iron Head again, 38%. Does he get a flinch? He doesn't. The Flamethrower comes in, takes out the Jirachi. That's probably about as close as Tom's going to get to taking out this Clefable here. Poe comes in, Sludge Wave, doesn't quite take it out. 3.5 times special defense, and the Soft Board comes in now. He's just healing back up with Clefable. Happy to take another Sludge Wave as it probably goes for another Soft Boiled. Yeah. Gets himself back up to pretty much full health. There we go, with the leftovers, gives it full health. And now Sludge Wave comes in and he's happy to just start Moonblasting away again. This is why Clefable's such a threat. If you let it set up like this, it can just sweep your whole fucking team. And that's what's happened to Tom here, unfortunately. Nunu, the fucking Smeargle, comes out, takes his Moonblast like a fucking bellend. Goes down as the Landorus is the last thing to come out. Lala gets the Intimidate drop because that is very important. Not at all. Earthquake 66%. He probably should have done this sooner. But anyway, the Moonblast comes in 100% damage and takes out the Landorus. So that means Danaki moves into the second round, and unfortunately, Elite Four Tom is eliminated. Everyone big, give a big ah. Sad times for Tom, sad times. But anyway, that's that. Oh, I'm I'm on YouTube now because I just closed that down. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, then make sure you give it a like. Smash it good. Again, gonna link all of the people who battled in this video. There's more so in this one. Maybe not because two of them are me and Tom. But anyway, make sure you go check them out. Thank you for watching, guys. I've been your boy, EliteFourCrew. Peace.